So I have 4 virtual machines running. One will be the Docker Swarm master, and the other 3 will be the workers. So let's start with the initialization. So this particular node will be the master. So here we have to specify the IP address of this particular node. So this has given us command which we can run on other VMs so that they can join in as workers. So let's run them on different VMs. So this joined as a worker. Let's do it for the other 2 as well. So now if we go back to the master, we can do a docker node list command. So it will show us that this particular node is the leader. Now let's go ahead and deploy our service on this swarm. So let's look at this command. So it's creating a service. So initially there will be only one replica, only one container would be running, and the name of the service is node app. We are exposing the port number 3000 of the service. This update delay means I'll tell you about it later when we are updating the version of the deployed image. It will take 10 seconds delay between successive upgrades, and it will be upgrading one container at a time. And this is the name of the image which we have deployed in this service. So let's look at the details of the service. So right now it shows one replica. So if we do a docker ps, so this shows that there is no container running on this particular node, but there can be a container running on one of the workers. So we can verify that. So it's not running on this worker, not in this. So it's running on the last worker. So let's try and go ahead and try to access this. So this is the worker. So yeah, we are able to access the our service from the master. But what's important is we can access it from all the different VMs. So so we are able to access it from a different IP too. So that is really great. It creates its own network and it shares the container service. Now let's go ahead and scale this service. So right now we have only one VM running. Let's go ahead and scale it. So, so now there will be 10 containers running. Okay, so we can see that the number of replicas has increased from 1 to 10. If we run the docker service command, we can see 2 containers are created on this machine. So the good thing about Docker Swarm is it kind of evenly distributes the containers on different machines. Docker Swarm also acts as a load balancer. So we can see, so if we like continuously keep on hitting this URL, so now you can see the container ID changes now. So it will change again. So it's automatically doing the work of a load balancer as well. So let's see what happens if we kill one of the containers. So if we run the command, again it's showing the number of replicas to be 10. So what happened is that Swarm automatically created another container when we killed a particular container. So we can do docker ps. So it created again on this machine. Now let's go ahead and uh, do a rolling update of our service. So earlier we deployed the version 1 of our app. Now we'll change it to version 2. So now what will happen is it will keep on updating the containers to this new image one by one. So if we now hit the URL, so as we can see that different version was displayed, so that particular container was updated. So slowly and eventually all the containers will migrate to this new version. So another cool feature of Docker Swarm is you can drain a node, which essentially means if you want to stop a particular VM to stop serving requests and you want to take it down for some maintenance, you can just run a simple command to do that. So first, let's look at the running nodes, and let's drain one of the nodes. So it's node update availability. We have, so right now the availability is active. We are changing it to drain. So this particular node will now have no containers running, but the good thing is that all these containers would be migrated to these three automatically. So if we run uh, the Docker service inspect command, it should still show us number of replicas to be 10, and we can see that which so the number of VMs increased, number of containers increased drastically on this machine, and we can check for other VMs too. So it is just running a single, so this is the one which got drained. So it is not running any container. So